What up, all my fellow crafty peeps? Hi, my name is Judy, and if you haven't been to my channel before, I do sewing DIYs and sewing tutorials and sew whatever I feel like. So for this week's project, I wanted something easy to do. I don't know about you guys, but I always lose my chapstick. Like, I can never go through a full tube of chapstick. So I decided to make chapstick keychain holders, so that way I'd always have a chapstick on my keys, whether it's my car keys, my work keys. I'm never gonna lose my chapstick again. So if you wanna see how to make one of these and make one yourself, let's get started.
You're gonna need two 1/8 by 1 7/8 inch pieces, a piece of fusible fleece that measures 1.5 inches by 5.5 inches, a square that is 2 by 2 inches for the ring holder, and then obviously a key ring to put it on your keys. And I made a bunch all at one time, so here are the 3 different fabrics that I used. First thing you're going to do is take one of your 2 by 2 inch squares and fold it in half and then iron it flat. And then you're going to unfold it and then fold the edges into that crease that you just made and then iron it again. And then once you've done that, you're going to fold your folded edges together again and then iron it again. And here's me doing that process for 7 other squares of fabric. Now for each of those squares of fabric that you folded over and iron, you're going to sew along both edges to make it nice and neat. You can do that at 1/8 of an inch, or I use my blind hem foot to do some edge stitching. It's your preference. Now for the holder part of the keychain, you're going to take one of your strips of fabric and fuse your fusible fleece to the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, to assemble it, you're going to start with your fusible piece of fabric right side up. You're going to take your little holder strip, fold it in half like that, make sure the raw edges are facing up, pin it in, and then you're going to take your other piece of fabric with the wrong side up because you want right side sandwiched together, and you're going to pin all the way around, making sure you leave a area on one of the sides that you're not going to sew across, so that way you can turn it right side out when you're done. And now you're going to take your chapstick holder and sew 1/4 of an inch around the entire outside edges, except for that little area that you're going to leave open, so that way you can turn it right side out when you're done. And then before you turn it right side out, you're going to want to clip all the corners so it's easier to turn. Then once you've got those corners clipped, you can turn them right side out. You can use a chopstick, you can use a wooden skewer like I did, you can use your fingers. I used a combination. Just make sure you get all 4 corners pushed all the way out. After it's turned right side out, you can press it flat. I also, while I was pressing it nice and flat, I tucked in the open seam that I had left open from turning it right side out. And I've ironed that flat so that way when I sewed over it, there wouldn't be any holes. Before you do any sewing, you're going to fold it upwards 3 inches down from the top. So I'm measuring 3 inches down here. Fold it upwards, pin it in place. And then you want to sew along all 4 edges of your chapstick holder at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, or you can edge stitch it like I did. And then make sure you back stitch a couple times where the pocket meets the main body, so that way it doesn't put too much strain on the holder when you remove the chapstick. And then you add the key ring to the loop at the top and you are done. And here are 3 of my finished chapstick keychain holders that I made.
So hopefully this video inspired you to make your own keychain chapstick holder, because it's really easy to make and really quick to make. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you like and subscribe and come back next week to see what I make next. Bye!